up, everybody? Hi, and welcome back to Beyond the Classroom with Miss Jackie. Guess what? Today we are in the Dance Academy, Academy of Dance. Okay, they're both the same. So the reason why I'm here is because we have amazing teenagers here who are dancers. They have chosen to be ballerinas, ballet. Najua mnaonanga ballet, people who wear some fluffy skirts and probably some pink shoes and all that. But remember, even in Kenya we have that. So guys, come with me as we listen to their story and be inspired by these amazing, hardworking, devoted, focused, amazing teenagers. Did I say amazing twice? I mean it. Karibu. It's not even a joke. Everyone, guys, I know you are exhausted. Sorry about what happened last time, but anyhow, this is the most difficult interview I've ever done after an exact training. So, guys are exhausted, but flow too. So, today, guys, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And as you can see, this is the ballet school of, it's called School of Dance?
The Academy of Dance.
Academy of Dance that has ballet, and according to the previous video you have seen the drama that it comes with. So please introduce yourself, guys.
Hi, okay, I'm Sharon. Elias Shalita Ballerina. Hi, I'm Nirvana. I'm 14 years old and I'm in grade 7 at the Academy of Dance. Hi, I'm Thandi. I'm 15 and I'm an intermediate at the Academy of Dance.
Great. So, guys, as you know, this is a teens show where we get to talk about the challenges and the good things that teenagers have to deal with to just become a teenager or to go through the passage, right? So, Miss, we have the teacher here with us today. What would you say about today's training? You look very worked up.
Wow. Okay, so the training here, I could say it's really intense because we have to get the level of the schools out here. Like we have to compete with schools from Europe, schools from America, and all over South Africa, Nigeria. So we have to really raise the bar.
Right.
Yeah. So the training is quite intense. Yeah, no lie.
And for you girls, do you at this point sometimes feel like you want to quit? I know that's a very fast question. It's like supposed to be the last one. But according to your demeanor right now, is there times that you feel like, why am I even doing this anyway? Like, what is all this for? No?
I don't think so. I feel like sometimes, like after a bad class, you just kind of feel like, oh, but like I feel like a better way to put it is use that as like motivation to work harder. The next class come back stronger. Because if you keep on telling yourself, oh, I want to quit, I want to, like you're going to get into such a negative mindset
Yeah.
in class.
I remember last time we talked about your attitude when you're coming to class. If you're having a bad day and you need to come for training, how do you handle that?
Okay, so just as in any field, we tend to believe that whatever happens in wrong stays in wrong. So let's take an example. If you're having a bad day, you're at home, things are not going well, don't bring that to this place because when you just enter that door and you carry all that baggage, all that negativity, you bring it to this place, nothing is going to work.
Right.
Because ballet is first mental and then physical. So imagine if your mind is not here,
You
it
won't
should
follow
have
the choreography, yeah. Yeah.
So you just have to leave all the negativity, just somewhere, leave them at the bus stop, at your gate, or just someone out there. And then you come here, fresh, clean, ready for.
Then you pick it up on your way back.
You can pick it. But then
Really?
when you leave, once you're from here,
Yeah.
all the negativity
It's gone.
goes.
You forget
You
it.
become so refreshed
Yeah.
and motivated. Yeah.
So, Nirvana, when you feel like as a teenager, you're coming to class and really you've been training every day, all week, hour after hour, do you get time to even, for, like, to eat, take a snack, or you don't even have time for that?
I do get a time. Like, it's not a whole marathon. There are small breaks in between, so you can just like have a snack, but don't eat to fill your stomach.
Yeah.
You're going to dance later.
Yeah.
So you just like eat a small snack and you continue.
Thandi, is it, you see, considering you guys are young, someone would think like, these are kids, this is too much stress for kids. Like, why would you put children in this kind of situation? What are your thoughts about that?
I think that, you know, when you sort of reach like a certain age, like it's sort of your own choice if you really want to be here, and that affects going to show in class. So if you really don't want to attend class, then you will not be putting in the effort to lift your leg that high or to stretch your arms that well. And you know, if you really want to be here, you're going to keep coming, you're going to keep showing up. You're not going to be like, oh, I feel sick, I can't go for class today. And so it's like, you as yourself, you have your own right to do it. So
Right.
as long as you have a passion for it, I don't think it's too much. I think it builds good character traits.
Right. So you guys are obviously still in school, and you have a lot to tackle. You balance between dance and schoolwork, which has to give. How do you manage that? And does the teacher stress you in ballet class to catch up? Because every teacher has expectation. Your ballet teacher here has expectation. The teacher in school has expectation, and of course, your parents have expectation. So how do you handle between everything? How do you tackle that? Nirvana, you could answer that.
Okay. Yes, there is an intense pressure when you're in class because you might be a little down that day and you just don't want to do anything. But even if the teacher like puts a little bit of pressure on you, they're doing that because it will help you.
Yeah.
You will start to see the results and you won't just be at the same spot you were before. Concerning
Balancing.
schoolwork and ballet. For me, I do my schoolwork when I'm not here, but even if I'm here the whole week, I will come early and just do my work, or when the class is much later, I can just do my work at home and then I come for class.
So you just have to have positive attitude so that you can manage. So,
Yeah.
Miss, how do you see your students? Do they improve? Do you see progress, or do you feel like it's taking quite a long time for them to get to the levels that they're supposed to for a particular season?
Wow. Okay, so I would say kids here, like everyone puts a lot of effort. So you realize that almost every one of them improves a lot. Like if you take like just one term, you have like three months a term, right? So you realize that the first day of class for a certain student, because majority of the students here really work.
They really work
Really
hard.
put in the effort and you can see it. And it's really nice because you know if they don't put the effort, we can see it.
Yeah,
We
it's
really try to push them and just get the balance so that even if they're not putting that much effort,
Yeah.
we just try to like get them to be a little disciplined so that it doesn't flop. I mean, they can't just be wasting their time.
That's right, discipline. So does that mean time is a very important factor
Wow, yeah. Because all the classes are like scheduled.
to a particular time? If it starts at 6, it's 6. If it ends at 6, it's 6. Girls, have you grasped something from ballet class in terms of how to balance your life? I mean, especially where discipline in time, etiquette, style, has that affected you positively when ballet is involved? Have you been able to manage your time, whether in school, whether with your family? Any of you can answer. They're so exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you realize that ballet itself is more than just dancing. Yeah. So in ballet, there's like grace. It teaches you finesse,
Oh, okay.
the elegance, and that's just part of ballet. The discipline,
And it's graded.
resilience. Yeah.
Yes.
As in, there's just a lot that comes to ballet, like a lot, really. Yeah, that's why even the monarchy of England,
Yes.
they like adopted ballet as
Yeah.
a mode of like not only entertainment
Yes.
but also for educational purposes. So you realize that for them to make so graceful and so elegant, they do ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nirvana, it's so clear that in the past there was a saying that, or rather there was history that being black, a black ballerina, was very discriminating. Like you would be either bullied or it was not just allowed. What are your thoughts about that? And why did you still choose ballet considering that it has such a dark past?
Honestly, why would we do that? What is the reason? What is the reason to just withhold races that want to dance? There's no actual, there's no need.
So does that mean you stand tall regardless? Like if you got an opportunity to live here and you go into a ballet class that has entirely no other race, you would still fit in regardless.
Yes.
So how do you do that at your age, knowing that teens are very sensitive? Sometimes they can really take in bullying and it can throw them off. How would you handle that? Would you put focus? Would you put in
I just
ignore them?
I try to ignore them. If
Yeah.
it gets too much, I
Yeah.
just like open up and
Yeah.
tell my problems.
Yes.
And then leave it in the past and continue with my life. I
Yeah.
don't need to carry that burden.
So that means when you have a concerning issue, who do you go to best? Your teacher and your best friend?
Yeah.
Why them? Why them and not your cousins, your grandparents, your mom? Why not your closest family?
Well, okay, she's not okay. Where after seeing my age gaps, if I talk to somebody who's older, it will feel weird. It will feel like I'm talking to just a stone wall and I'm expecting some judgment. But if I talk to like someone who's my best friend, I'll just feel much better. It will feel easier to open up.
Right.
Because yeah, when you talk to an adult, sometimes it doesn't go your way.
It doesn't go your way.
It doesn't go your way.
That's very good honesty. I appreciate that. Thandi, why do you think that's the case? Like your guardian would not really take you through the way you expect them to take you through your concerns.
I don't know, maybe it's like a generation thing.
A generation gap.
Because like we all, as much as like we're all like people and we all have similarities, it's also like the generation that you grew up in and like the teachings you learned from the years
Yeah.
that you carry with you. So like there's going to be some sort of line or some sort of way to define or tell us apart. Whereas like people who are in a similar generation,
Yeah.
similar age, it's very easy because if I go to my mom and I'm like, oh my gosh, have you seen that TikTok? She's gonna be like, what? What's a TikTok?
Wow, really, guys? Are you calling us old? You want to tell me parents of these days don't even know what TikTok is? Or you're just trying to say that there are some things that are really question marks, right? So you feel judged. Nirvana talked about being judged. Miss, what do you think about that? Do you think judgment is the first thing that goes to teenagers before they say anything, especially when they're in trouble?
I mean,
Because your students are here, they're teenagers.
yeah, actually, it's not all that.
Yeah.
It's not about judgment. It's just that you realize that just as Thandi said, due to the generational differences,
Yeah.
people tend to think differently. Yeah. So like millennials don't like think the same way as Gen Zs, and like the like our moms and
Yeah.
our grannies, they don't think the same.
Yeah.
So like it's not about judgment, but you realize that the older people, they tend to want to instill their beliefs and into the younger generation, which sometimes might work, but then sometimes it doesn't work because the world change, it evolves. There's
Your friends, how do you choose your friends, or how do your friends choose you? Because you are a ballerina, you're obviously in a very tight schedule. How do you balance having your friends? How do you choose who's good for you, who's not? And I'm not saying that people are bad. I'm just trying to say that it's not easy to catch up sometimes when you have such a busy schedule.
I'd say for choosing friends, I like to observe people first before I open up to them, because you don't want to like give someone your whole life story and they end up like not being a very good friend.
Yeah.
And another thing is that like, let's say that drama happens, because it's like a very common thing. Instead of getting yourself involved in it, because you have a busy schedule, I usually just like to step away. Like I don't like any drama. And then for friends, I think one thing I'm thankful for with most of my friends is that even if we all have different things to do,
Yeah.
it's like when you meet up with them, it's like time hasn't passed.
Yeah.
You're just back in that same
Yes.
place. And
So space does something. When they don't see you oftenly, you kind of get back into it's like a happy reunion.
yeah.
People appreciate busy people, you know that? Yeah, you're missed. So do you think that teens who are out here, who are always forever just there, they're just, let's go, we go, let's do. Um, do you think that's what's getting them in a lot of trouble?
Yes, because especially they see all the things we're not told to do. Like if someone tells you don't look behind you, you're going to look behind you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's the opposite. It's like psychology.
Yeah, and so nowadays it's like that's basically what they're doing. Like, you're not supposed to do this, so they're like, let's go do
Yeah,
this. It's
yeah.
because they have so much time on their hands.
Curiosity.
Curiosity, and then can I talk about a story? The other day, actually, I think it was this last weekend, there was some sort of car event that happened over the weekend. And at that event, like a bunch of people went to see all these sports cars, blah blah blah.
Yeah, there were 8,000 people in that event.
Yeah.
8,000.
And so what happened is that these two girls got into like a really bad fights, and it got
Whoa.
even physical, and so it's all over like social media right now. And
Oh,
after
my.
they were fighting, they went and they took photos together. So it's like
What?
they have so much free time, I feel.
Yeah. So you, who's the what do I call it? The mediator between them, looks like a fool because you're getting involved in something, and oops, these guys are not even enemies. It's just that they wanted to throw a show. So Nirvana, do you think teenagers sometimes want to show off in the wrong areas? Because like now, a fight like that, why would they do that? Is it to get attention? And why?
It might be attention, it might be not, or it just might be a misunderstanding. But, God help me.
It's all right. It's all right. That's called fatigue.
yeah.
So you think they just happened to not feel each other at that moment. But what made them, like at the end of the day, have a truce? Why did they reconcile eventually? Because when people have a fight, and I'm not encouraging fights, you don't just immediately like, okay, it's done, it's done. I mean, there's time to think about it, to think of what was that. First of all, it's embarrassing. It's in the midst of people. You understand? So it's even worse when now they're there hugging and like, oh, it looks childish.
Yeah.
So is there a level of maturity Miss, that you think teenagers should also dive into and believe that, hey, they're growing up, they're not the same very young that they were. So they try and adjust in a few things, like how they reason and the choices they make. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think generally teenagers are very vulnerable.
Very.
Yeah.
Emotional
Yeah,
beings.
yeah, because they think they're mature, but then in real sense they're not.
So they're
So
in a hurry to grow
to
up.
grow up, and then
Exactly.
yeah, so they really influence each other like greatly. So given like a little moment of just do whatever you want, they can really create trouble.
So, what would you advise them to do? Because now here you are speaking to different teenagers from different backgrounds, different levels. What would you advise them? I know they'll be here like, you're already doing ballet. I mean, you're already in another class because ballet is a class on its own. So, natuambia nini? You know what I mean? So, what would you tell them? Tell them like this is not even bureaucracy or whatever. It's direct to the point. What would you advise them?
So first thing, let them stop following trends.
That's good.
It's very risky. Just be yourself and learn to know yourself. A teenager is still literally a baby.
Yes.
You have so much to learn.
Yes.
Accept to learn. Be ready.
Teachable.
And just open your mind.
Right.
Don't close it up. And also just know your friends, your true friends, and what influence you get from each and every group of friends.
Wow. Back to ballet. Nirvana, have you ever disagreed with your instructor? First of all, who is your favorite instructor? Hold on.
If the parent doesn't move with the flow and realize that, oh, you're in another generation,
Yeah.
so some things really have to change. So if that doesn't happen, that's when the parent will be so over the top
Yeah.
and very judgmental and very tough. But then if the parent learns, it's just a learning process that things have to change in a way.
Yes.
But then not so much. So just the balance of everything. And I feel that's what teenagers want. That's what.
First, we have Miss Juliet and Mr. Thandi and Mr. Thandi. They're like the big three, the favorites.
The big three, the big five. So, did you ever disagree with any of them?
No.
How possible is that when you're very tired, you get an instruction, you really know in your mind you're doing the right thing in class, you know the steps, but they tell you, Do you take it personally sometimes? Do you get pissed?
Actually, no. I don't really take it to mind. I don't like get angry.
Yeah.
I just like, okay, maybe he wants to see a different perspective, or maybe he's seeing something different. Because
Yeah.
also he's watching.
Right.
Or she's watching.
Yes.
So they might be seeing something else.
So is that the same thing with school study when the teacher is literally on your case? They are actually trying to get you to where you're supposed to go, or that's a different story. You're there failing mathematics, and the teacher, you don't expect the teacher to be like, you can do it. It's not all the time that it goes like that. So it kind of helps you also to take everything positively. All right. Thandi, have you ever forgotten the next steps or move in a dance routine?
Yes.
You have all the time?
It happens all the time. And especially when you're learning dances, because like your muscles haven't yet fully memorized
Yes.
everything. When it happens and when you just try again until you get it. If you're on stage, you just act like nothing's happened. You just smile like that.
Yeah, because imagine you're on stage and there's a whole show, there's 1,000 people watching. You just go with the flow?
Yeah, and if you're dancing with other people,
Yeah.
let's say, or you're dancing the same thing as other people, try to see what they're doing, because most probably then your body is just going to pick it up again.
Wow. Let's say you feel tired, Nirvana, and you don't feel like you can perform to your usual standards. You've said what you do is still push yourself to make it happen?
Yeah, Even if I end up crashing again, but I know I've crashed while actually doing something.
And have you ever had a conflict with a fellow dancer while at it?
Actually, no.
So you guys are one happy family. Every day, all day? All right. I guess in ballet, only in ballet class. Have you ever, let's see, how was your rehearsal process? How has your rehearsal process changed over time?
I think rehearsal, okay. Before just you never used to like dance for so many hours. It
Yeah.
would just be like 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
or 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The older you get, it's getting tough.
Yes.
Why do you think that's happening?
Well, the new techniques you still have to learn,
Yes.
which will not be taught in the lower.
So does that mean even when you're 90, you can still dance ballet? There's still something to learn at 90?
Yeah.
What?
Until you die. Until you're
Wow.
like a millionaire. So
Really?
that's possible.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
Thandi, let's say a dancer got injured and you had to take their spot in the performance. Like, for example, you guys are having a show, which we'll talk about that before we finish. Explain your process for preparing for the show. So it's tomorrow, they send a notice, and you had not practiced the steps.
Okay. The first thing that you do is just you take a deep breath. Okay, then what you need to do is you need to okay, you need to log in. Just
Yeah.
erase all other thoughts.
First of all, it took you 2 months to get your steps. And then now here is someone who you never even focused on what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to learn those steps overnight.
So you get all the other thoughts out of your mind. You ask the teacher for the music if they have a video of the steps, because sometimes like the teachers will record the rehearsals. You get those videos.
Is it that simple? It's like a copy and paste. I don't think ballet is easy like
Not
that.
really. So you get those steps right.
Yeah.
Once you get the steps, you need to polish them. Then you need to dance them. Because you can just
So what time do you have to do this? It's like today, right now, it's 7:15. The dance is tomorrow at 3 or 6 p.m. That means you sleep dancing, you spend the whole morning dancing and preparing.
and
Really?
it's honestly worth it because afterwards you feel like really
Stronger.
uplifted.
Yeah.
Does that give you a merit? If you're given that opportunity and then you pass, does that add up your grade?
Actually, not really.
Not really.
Okay, I'd say it ups.
That should be a consideration. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's because
What?
it's
Okay, who is
because
the owner of this school? I need to talk. Really?
yeah. So actually, it's like let's take the Kenyan educational system, right?
Yeah.
So let's say it's the neck.
Yes.
So we have like the neck.
Yeah.
Well, who does the like when we do the exams, the examiners are not from the academy. They're brought
Yes,
in
they
by
are
the
from
Royal Academy of
exactly.
Dance. So that means they don't know the story here. They
So
don't know
all they want to see is a show.
is the show
Period.
that day. Yeah. So
So when they see you, they just know that was the person for the sport, and that's it.
yeah, and
What?
for like performances.
This is what we call in-house drama.
For performances, most performances are like in-house.
Eh.
So
What?
they don't need to be like examined.
Oh, okay.
The performances. But then the merit history, the person who's going to like really work hard
Yes.
for that day because you'll be stronger.
But again, whether you get a merit from school or not, as a person, you develop a certain level. And that's the key here. Thandi?
Teachers will also probably have more trust in you.
Yeah, and that means more opportunities for you. And that goes for if you're out there and you know there's a chance for you to do something, don't do it because you're going to get paid. Do it because it's going to give you an opportunity in future. Correct? Because there are guys who are always like, I mean, I've been there, where you're like, what's in it for me? So whatever you do, do it with a positive vibe because it will pay off. Tell me about your biggest challenge, the challenge you faced as a dancer in your dance career. Either of you, the biggest challenge. None.
Yeah, I think mine would be like I have like the biggest challenge that I faced was when I was like getting from a performing dancer to like a teacher. The transition, wow.
What dances were you
So
doing?
overwhelming. Yeah?
What dances were you doing
I
before?
was still doing ballet, but I wasn't teaching.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. So when I was given the opportunity to
Yes.
teach,
Uh-huh.
then I was like,
That's a
hey, this is
challenge.
so different. Yeah.
But isn't that the joy now? Imagine, because the more the challenge, the more you become a guru in the industry, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean we should not be afraid to take risks? Because everything in life is about taking risks, right?
No, you shouldn't. Actually, just take it, and it all works out. If you like put in all your effort,
Yeah.
and also you get help from those who really support you. If you
Yes.
get the support, then
Support.
it gets easier. Yeah.
Support. So imagine, Thandi and Nirvana, you're here and you don't have support. You just signed up for something. Because I know there are people abroad who do that. They just sign up, get into something on their own. There's no support whatsoever. Maybe the family does not understand what's this you're doing. I've been in a history where I'm like, I want to do fine art, and I remember my mom was like, for what? Yeah. And as we speak right now, she's the most appreciative of the art I do. Because it takes, we look at situations, will you get a job in that? Blah, blah, blah. So, what would you advise someone who wants to dive into something but they don't have support? Should they beg for mercy? Please.
Just start, honestly, because okay, an example I'll give is like figure skating is very popular in
Yeah.
a bunch of other continents, not so much here. And so last year I really got into it. Like, wow, look at that, they're dancing on ice, blah blah blah. But I've never seen this in Kenya. They told me the Iceland. And so I kept telling my parents about it, and they were like, "What's this thing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Please, please, please." They're like, "Fine." So I started. First, of course, just learning how you move on the ice before learning all the
Yeah.
moves. And even
Oh, that
now,
one is so intense. My gosh, the ice skating is not even a joke.
and even now, as I'm still learning, one thing I noticed is over time, I saw like, or like, there's a new person here who's learning.
Yeah.
And so now, a year later, there's a small community there. And like, let's say we have like, like people from abroad sometimes they come
Yes.
over here.
For exchange program or something.
And so they give us that advice because they have, of course, way more knowledge on it. And so I think you just start, and if it's something that you love, you keep doing it, and then of course those opportunities to improve.
Right.
Yeah.
But Thandi, what if you've not been paid for? Because when I say support, it's not just, being brought into a school. The finances are not giving. The economy is here, rocket shooting, and yeah, sometimes the parents also really want to, but to be honest, they also have to deal with the tantrum that a teen would bring. Mom is not even thinking about why is she not even listening, and for real, sometimes parents don't really tell you everything. So what would you tell that person who has no option financially? Because ballet also is not cheap, or whatever activity. Actually, there's nothing cheap. Everything you have to chip in something.
Okay, I would say, but I would say this with caution.
Ding ding.
Is that I feel like nowadays there's so many free resources you can find on the internet.
Yes.
Because what you don't want to do,
School of YouTube.
what you don't want to do is to go on YouTube and start learning how to do fouettes.
Yes.
You don't know how to do a
Say those words again so that they can hear it. Guys, munaskia. It's not Odi. Let's go. Ati what?
You don't go onto YouTube and learn how to do fouettes if you don't know how to do pliés.
Yeah.
And so just making sure that you take small steps. You go from the beginning. Because a lot of the time you want to jump and be the most awesome in A, B, C. But if you take the short way,
Yeah.
it's not going to work.
And again, it takes time to learn. So you have to give yourself in and say, I'm going to take this period. And before you know it, would you guys imagine that you have danced for this long? When you started, I'm sure you were like, "Guy, will we ever reach?" Did you like look at other dancers and you're like, there's no way I'm getting to that level, Nirvana? I can tell by your face, you're like, hey. The first time mom brought you here, I'm sure you're like, okay. You are excited? Mom says you are excited.
Oh, she was excited. Oh my goodness, I had to buy the whole costume, like the whole uniform.
That is
Day
support.
one.
Do you see how much support
Yeah.
that is? But did you like kind of get intimidated at first? It's called point or pointe. May I call it pointe? Point class. Okay. Point, guys, is the one, the shoes you have to like on your toes like this, eh?
She would sit next to the point. She would go for her class, then come and wait for those children who were doing the points then. And she would sit there and watch.
And that's how you learned.
Everything, just watch. Yeah, she can't remember.
So you kind of memorized it somehow. You can't remember. You were that young? How old were you? Oh, it's good.
I can't put a number.
Because I remember, okay, well, the first dance I did with her, she was 4.
Yeah.
She was 4, and she did. I used to teach her dance. My gosh, as that was so. You are too tiny, and it's so impressive to see you pursuing this. So, have you ever performed on stage?
Yeah.
Which has been your favorite performance?
Ooh. Okay, it was a show at. I think it was here. 2022, and I think I was. Who was I in that show? I think me and we were divided into like grades, and each grade has something else to like show. So in mine, I was a snowflake. That was
A snowflake?
prettiest costume.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I think I really had that. I really had fun.
Where was the show at? Would you remember?
Here, it was here.
Surrey Center.
International School.
Oh wow.
It wasn't here.
There was the December one was here. Yeah.
There was one here in Surrey Center. So basically, you guys have gone round Nairobi.
Literally.
Have you gone out of town? Not yet.
Nanyuki.
Nanyuki?
Yeah, they went to Nanyuki.
They did.
That's bit.
And what was that about?
It was a Christmas show last year, around December 9th.
So does that mean if someone wants to book you guys for a show, it's possible?
Very possible.
And then they have to pay for everything?
Yes, they have to pay for it.
Because you guys are expensive.
Not that expensive.
Eh.
They are very affordable.
For example, a recital of guys like, let's say, 10 dancers.
10 dancers. I can't quote that, but we have someone who can do that.
And it's manageable.
Yeah, very manageable.
Remind us your website, by the way.
Academy. The academyonline.me. Yes.
Sawa sawa. Guys, what has inspired you most since you started dancing? Improving. That has been your to go. Thandi?
In terms of people, first ever was Angelina Ballerina.
Who?
Angelina Ballerina.
Uh-huh.
And then when they got to
As in the animation.
yeah, like so that's what got me started. And I think, especially as a little kid,
Yeah.
when you come to the studio and you see the older girls dancing, you're like, wow.
You want to fly because you guys just fly. That's all you do.
Yeah.
Flying.
And then from there, you sort of get older, and then you have all these iconic ballet dancers around the world.
Right.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah.
Speaking of iconic dancers, who's your iconic ballerina in the world? The one that you're like, one day if you got an opportunity, you'd like to meet them. That's so hard. Top 3. Hey, there's even numbers. Okay. Say that again. You guys all agree those are the top. Same to you, Nirvana. That's your favorite. Yeah. What's so inspiring about those? Miss, tell us. What is it that stands out in those dancers?
Wow. So let's take Marianella. That girl has performance, finesse, strength,
everything.
Everybody should go watch her performances. She's
Yeah.
from the Royal Academy
Of dance.
Royal Opera.
Royal
Yeah,
Opera.
that's
Uh-huh.
nice. Oh
How
God.
about Keith?
Go watch Kitri. Yeah, with our this
Kitri.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
I
So,
mean,
so even someone who does not have interest in ballet, if they watch that, they'll
if you
be.
watch that girl, you'll fall in love with ballet.
Yeah.
Fall in love again. Fall in love.
And again and again.
And want to be a ballerina.
So, girls, we could do this all night, but we really have to go because you guys have been on the stage for too long. So, what is your parting shot to the teens, especially the teens, because this is basically about them and giving them a light towards following their dreams and stop waiting for, to be pushed and to seek support? What would you tell them?
Try new things. And also, a lot of people have like FOMO, like fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Just because you're prioritizing something else compared to other people your age, doesn't mean that like you're not in the right direction. Because
Right.
everyone has a different path.
Yes.
So I think if you find something and you like it, don't just stop it because all your friends think that's not cool. Yeah, that's like
Yes, actually, we have friends who do that.
Yeah.
Like they can even woo you into quitting a club. Yeah, just because they want to hang out. So, like we said earlier, people respect you for the choices you make, and especially if they're beneficial, right? Nirvana, advice to these people here who are still there, they just want to dance online, but they don't want to really push themselves further or try and, be recognized elsewhere.
Be determined, don't lose hope, stay strong. You got this.
You got this.
Don't be shy. You got this.
Right, Miss?
Oh, dear teenagers. First thing, know yourself.
First thing.
And then don't follow the trend. And just be disciplined. And please, let's try to listen to our parents to some extent.
Guidance is key.
Is key, yeah. Without that, things may not go so well.
Right,
So just know yourself and then just trust and believe in yourself.
right.
Everything will work out.
All right. So, sir, invite us for your show.
Welcome to the Academy of Dance and Arts show. We'll be doing The Little Mermaid at the Kenya National Theatre the last week of May. You're all welcome.
What,
Tickets-
the last week of May, 25th, 26th, that period?
Yeah, it will be on a Saturday and a Sunday.
What are the ticket prices?
Not yet confirmed.
Not yet.
Yes.
So we are certain that we will have a good show because I understand it's drama and dance. It's like how do I say? It's like a musical.
It's like a musical, but you're not singing.
You're not singing, you're dancing.
Yes,
You said
dancing and acting.
Just a theater performance.
what? Yeah.
Dancing performance.
All right, guys. There you go. You had it. So, guys, bye. Wave.
Wait, bye.
Walk away from that place because I know you can't walk right now. Let's see you. Yeah, you wanna cry? Yeah, that's what we get for dancing. Mama, say bye.
Bye.
Thank you for being a mommy who leads by example. This lady stays here every day, all day.
Oh, yes.
This is what investment is about, seriously.
Yeah. It's
God bless
time.
your heart.
Blessings, yeah.
Adios, everybody. You want to do it here or there?
worried. Because I always I do all these things, but I look better.
Hi, guys. This is Juliet, the girl that they have been telling us about. And guess what? She just showed up, and I'm so happy. Juliet, say hi to the people.
Hello. How is everyone?
Tell us about your dream, your dance, and the event that's coming up.
So we have The Little Mermaid with the Academy of Dance and Art coming up, and it's going to be at the National Theatre on the 25th.
25th of
May.
May.
So very, very soon.
2024.
Lots going on. We have backdrops being made. We have tutus being done. We have costumes all going ahead. Yeah.
So, Juliet, what's your favorite part of ballet? What really inspires you when it comes to ballet?
Well, I'm a trained professional ballet dancer in London. Well, I'm actually born here. So I trained in London when I
Yeah.
came back home.
Born
And
in
what I-
Kenya. Guys, she's Kenyan.
I'm Kenyan. I'm born here. What inspires me? The music,
Music.
the elegance, the grace, the discipline, everything.
The femininity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to see you do one step, at least one. Give us something. Don't leave us hanging. Do not leave us hanging. Ah. This girl, you see, professionals behave like that. They just act like they don't know, and then boom. So do we come and? Are you going to perform on that particular day?
I won't be performing, but if you want to see my performances, they're on YouTube. My name's Juliet Duckworth. And you can just check them out. This is one of our old mummies
Give
as
us
well.
a hi, mommy.
Her daughter's been with us.
How are you?
Daughters have been
Hi.
with us.
It's a beautiful community. We've done tap, we've done ballet, we've done how many shows? 4 or 5 shows.
Or
Yeah,
five
at
shows.
National Theatre, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one that's coming up.
It's been a lovely growing experience.
And
and,
then
and,
it's-
and then I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm a mom of artists. And you know, artists work so hard. They do so much work.
So much work. When guys think it's just a by the way,
Yeah.
it's the real deal, isn't
Yes.
it?
So after 6 years, what I can say, these ladies are community.
and you find sovereignty in this. Like there's peace of mind, therapy. Your children are saying that their lives are
You know,
really
there's
in
so
peace.
much, they learn music, they learn dance, the technical part of it, the fun part of it, they're part of community. We're so integrated. I don't know how many nationalities. I don't know. Have passed
Nice.
in 6 years.
Networking is huge in this. It's
Networking,
massive.
Stressed moms on Saturday morning with
Yeah.
coffee. The
Yeah.
they mentioned there's coffee.
Yeah, there's
Bread.
the real
That's
coffee.
There. The barista.
Coffee, donuts,
The barista.
Hey!
Exactly. So by the time
You're
you've
leaving.
been here for 6 years,
Yeah.
every Saturday, 5 shows. Like, do you know what backstage looks like? Have you
mess.
ever been backstage?
It's a mess.
Did you know they have rooms?
There's a lot that goes on backstage. It's not in the movies
Where
only,
else-
it's real.
Where would we learn this?
Yeah. So
Where?
the scientist you are really now advancing into the art industry.
Like, these people work so hard.
Yes, they do.
They work
Yes,
so hard,
they
but
do.
it's been beautiful, and we've had also quite a number of teachers. So Canadian, from
Filipino.
Filipinos, wow.
Kenyan.
Kenyan.
You said Canadian.
Well, even days
We've had
Filipinos, live in Canada.
So the
Yeah.
exposure is
like,
really
the exposure
big.
is just so good. Yeah,
Nice.
100%.
Thank you, mommy.
All right.
Juliet, finally. So we see you on the you said the 25th or the
I
28th?
will double check that.
You'll double check that.
It's the 23rd.
Okay.
I should know that.
Your website, you said it's www,
The Academy of Dance
where we
and
can
Arts.
see you dancing.
Oh, YouTube. Just type in my name, Juliet Duckworth.
Juliet
You can see all
Duckworth.
the things I've done.
Ta-da! Bye. Thank you so much. This is Juliet. She refused to dance, and there she is. Swan Lake 2018, guys. What? This is too cool, man. This is too cool. This is so cool. Wow, guys, here people are real like this. It's real dance, si mchezo. All right. Hey, this is too much.